My name is Jeff Smith. I'm a mortgage banker, but I also chair the education committee at the North Fulton Chamber of Commerce. And I am here at a collective impact project at Mimosa Elementary School in Roswell, Georgia. Here at Mimosa, more than 90% of the students qualify for free and reduced lunch. 70+% of the students use English as a second language. Yet the students, the staff, the principal, and the administrators here have put wonderful policies and practices in place that they've improved more than 10 points from 2016 to 2017 on their college and career ready performance index. What we're doing here with a collective impact project that we have so cleverly named the Mimosa Collective Impact Project is we have three principles. What is a collective impact project? We have three principles that we try to follow. Number one, performance inside the school is greatly affected by the conditions outside the school. Number two, all organizations that are involved in helping that school are sitting at the same table and are aware of the collective's objectives. A table just like this. And this is Gloria.
I'm Gloria Hernandez. I'm the bilingual parent liaison here at Mimosa Elementary.
I'm Marixa Morelli. I'm the Executive Director of Los Niños Primero organization.
Ariane Holcomb, Principal at Mimosa.
I'm Jack Murphy. I'm a volunteer with the Society of St. Vincent de Paul.
I'm Aislinn Craven. I'm the Curriculum Support Teacher here at Mimosa Elementary.
And holding the camera
And
is...
I am Brenda Orlins, Director of Hope Roswell.
And we also have a number of other wonderful partners here, including Star House, Ryder Trucks, the YMCA, and of course you, the United Way. So, the third principle of collective impact is that we believe all actions need to be data-driven. And so when we got together, learned about each other's experiences here at the school, came together and decided what data do we want to drive. And for that, we turned to our resident expert, Principal Ariane Holcomb.
So this is my fourth year as a principal here at Mimosa. And when I began the work at Mimosa, I brought the team along in developing a focus specific toward literacy and literacy growth. And even more specifically, although we are tested in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade for literacy indicators, we started putting that focus on the K through 2 group to build a strong foundation. And one of the things we learned at that point is that our students in 2nd grade were not where they needed to be when they returned in 3rd grade. So when we thought as a group, a collective impact group, about what single data point we would use to drive the vision for our work, that came out as a natural choice. We really wanted to look at 2nd grade reading loss over the summer as an indicator to drive our work.
We're basing this on some of the work that we've looked at from the Governor's Office of Student Achievement, specifically 3rd grade reading as an important predictor of high school graduation rates.
These results continue to hold true despite students' race or ethnicity.
And this also holds true for all genders.
As well as economically disadvantaged or English language learners or with disabilities.
It also impacts the tests of ACT and SAT.
So the data tells us that by improving 3rd grade reading levels, it's going to greatly affect a student's achievement later on in life. Now we know that. So now, what do we do with that information? How do we impact the student's 3rd grade reading levels? And for that, we return back to our resident expert, Ariane Holcomb.
So collectively, as we started thinking about this as a group, and the great thing about a collective impact model is we had a lot of people at the table weighing in on what we could possibly do and how we could affect some change for our students and their families. We looked specifically at that summer reading loss, and there's a lot of research and data that tell us that our English language learners actually have to finish the year at least 6 months ahead to start the next school year on track. So we started thinking about what types of interventions we could put in place over the summer to serve our families. And so we came up with this idea of a summer reading camp. So we're going to build on the work our teachers do. Our students will have access to the same interventions from certified teachers for 4 weeks in June so that they can raise those reading levels even higher than when they end the year. And hopefully then we'll have the data that shows, based on our previous experience with a limited group of students, that they really do maintain that growth over the summer and as they're starting 3rd grade. As we started to do this work, one of the things that was really important if we were going to run a summer program was to think about, the perspective of the parents. So we're asking parents to be involved, but are they going to be involved and what do they really need to participate? So to do that work, we really relied on our parents and our parent liaison to lead the work with our parent community.
2 of parents that are members of this committee that couldn't be here today decided with our input that the best way to contact and get the information from the parents and their interest was to contact them directly. So they sat down and called each and every one of the 120 students' parents to survey them as to their interest, number one, in participating in the program, and also identify what obstacles or realities we might have to address to ensure 100% participation of the students.
This collective impact has been giving me a more broad understanding of the needs of the educational needs of the students here in Mimosa and also the community.
So what do we have? We have a month-long program from breakfast to lunch where certified teachers are going to work with rising 3rd grade students to improve their reading skills. We're going for 100% participation. We're using Fulton County school buses to pick up and drop off the students. And we've got a phone call campaign to personally talk to every parent about the program. So what do we need? We've looked at the numbers. We've looked at the logistics of the program. We've looked at the transportation, and we've come up with the number of $42,500, which is what we need for the total program to make it work in the way that we want it to work and be successful. We've divided that number by 120 students, which has told us that for every student, we need $355 to put them through the program. So, what we're looking at, United Way, what you can do, what your grant would go for. If you could just give us $355, we could put 1 student through the program for an entire month. If you gave us $1,000, we could put 3 students through this program. If you gave us $5,000, we could put 14 students through. $15,000 would put 42 students through this program, and you would increase their chances of graduating by more than 10%. So United Way, we're asking for your help. We're asking for you to help this wonderful collective impact project and to help these wonderful students here at Mimosa Elementary.
Thank you, United Way.
Thank you.
Thank you.